Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to another video about IELTS speaking cue card questions. In this video, again I prepared my own answers to one of the late IELTS speaking questions, part 2 and related part 3 questions. So if you're ready, let's start. Today's question is a very interesting one. Describe a mistake which you have made. Sounds very interesting, right? If you're interested in my own answer and you would like to hear what kind of mistake I made in my life, then keep watching. But before we dive into the main part of the video, my own answer, let me quickly introduce myself because there might be some new subscribers and new viewers to my channel. I am Gulora Muzaffarova, an English teacher from Uzbekistan.
Let me show you my IELTS certificate as a proof of my current English level. As you can see, my overall band score is 8.5, and on the screen you can see my results from each section of the test.
Oh, by the way, subscribe to my channel to support me. This will be your best help for me. Mistakes are unavoidable. We all make mistakes in our lives because we are not perfect beings. We are human beings. Whenever I make a mistake, I'm not too harsh on myself. I don't judge myself harshly, because I perceive mistakes as life lessons. But the mistake which I kept making for several years when I was young, when I started at school and even at university, was being very shy and reserved. When I started at school and at university, I was a real nerd, chasing after good marks and refusing to socialize with other people. Books were my best friends. I used to spend a lot of time reading my favorite books and being absorbed in my own world. I don't regret reading so many books because books really helped me to extend my knowledge, my imagination, my worldview. But what I really missed was communication with real people. I used to feel very shy if a stranger or just an acquaintance approached me asking for something, and sometimes I felt so sad and so bored for not having a lot of friends around me. I was an introvert, and introverts, they know the feeling. Whenever you are an introvert, you feel that you are inside a vacuum, and sometimes you feel really comfortable in your own comfort zone, but from time to time you really want to break out of this vacuum and to talk to other people, to socialize with other people, but you simply cannot do it because there is a barrier between you and other people. But luckily, I changed it when I started working. I started working as a teacher, and as a result, I get to meet different people from different backgrounds with different characters, which really helped me to become more sociable and easygoing. Now I became a chatty girl, a people person. Even some people, they don't believe me if I told them I used to have a complex in speaking, in communication before. Now, if I meet some young people or teenagers who are really afraid to share their opinions with other people, who feel very shy to express their opinions freely, I always tell them to be more communicative and to be more sociable with other people. Thank you very much. This was the end of my part 2 answers. Now let's move on to part 3. There are 3 questions in part 3. I'll be reading them from my phone and will be answering them one by one. So let's start. First question. Question number 1. What can we learn from our mistakes? Well, I think we can learn 2 things from our mistakes. First, we learn our weaknesses, our weak points, and the areas which really need improvement, because whenever we make a mistake, we learn that we did something wrong and we try not to repeat them in the future. And the second thing which we can learn from our mistakes is our character, because from my own experience, I learned that people are highly likely, if they make a mistake once in their lives, it's highly likely that they will repeat these mistakes in the future also. For example, if you were naive and you were scammed by other people, in this case, it's likely that in the future you might again act like a naive person and you might be scammed by other people. Or if a person cheats on other people in their lives once, it's highly likely that they may cheat on other people as well. So what I want to say that mistakes show who we are. They show us our true character. Question number 2. Do children make mistakes easily? Yes, it is totally true. Children usually make mistakes very easily and they usually don't realize that they are making mistakes. And besides that, they usually take mistakes very, very easily. They don't care too much, they don't care a lot about the consequence of their mistakes, which is quite different from adults, because whenever adults make mistakes, they usually become stressed out and they worry too much about the consequence of their mistakes. The last question, question number 3. What should parents do if their children make mistakes? Well, if children make mistakes, of course, shouting at them or yelling will not help. This is not the way out, because strict punishment usually destroys the psychology of children, and children who were punished strictly in their own childhood, they usually turn into ruthless adults when they grow up. That's why instead of punishing them, it's better just to sit down together and to talk to them, to have a heart-to-heart conversation and to explain them why they made a mistake, why this particular action is considered a mistake by other people, and we really need to explain them the consequences of their actions. Only in this way we can guide them to the right way. Thank you very much for watching. This was the end of my answers to today's questions. If you liked the video, please support me by subscribing to my channel and don't forget to hit the like button and notification bell. Also, share the video with people who are studying for the IELTS exam. And by the way, tell me in the comments section which mistake you made in your life and whether you regret about it or not. And also tell me which questions of IELTS speaking exam you would like me to answer in my future videos. Once again, thank you very much and see you in the next videos.